May I have your attention, please? A couple of announcements before the performance starts. First of all, there'll be a 15-minute intermission after Act 1, and the 8th grade class of St. John's will be serving refreshments in the cafeteria. We ask you that you please leave all drink and food in the cafeteria and bring nothing back here in the gymnasium. And secondly, as you've probably read in the program, we ask you to please not be taking any pictures this evening. It would be quite distracting to both the actors and actresses and also to anyone here watching the performance. Several pictures, many pictures were taken at the dress rehearsal, and they turned out well. They'll be available in a week or two to order. And also it will be videotaped this evening, and there will be tapes available for any of you that have home video recorders. Thank you.
Parcheesi. Last Christmas evening, I was lonely. I had the warmth of the fire and the glitter of a Christmas tree, but I felt miserable. That's why I went out into the fields, find a family to share the holiday with.
Santa Claus should be so good as Mr. Stilton, who saved my children from dropping out of school, generous to a fault.
Mr. Stilton, you discovered their talents. How happy great-great-great-grandma Parcheesi would be.
Success at last! Her wisdom fulfilled! A dynasty beginning!
Dynasty? Vision? Who was your great-great-grandmother?
Great-great-great-grandma Parcheesi came over, you know, on a ship. They called the Mayflower. The lady he married was here when he got here, so it seems that our ancestors founded this great, great nation. Single-handed, you might say, and most every mouse you see has got to be named Parcheesi today. Great-great-great-grandma Parcheesi, when they're reaching at a dream about the future. I'll have these babies and build me an empire.
What? A clever creature?
Parcheesi Plaza, oh, I can see it. With a park or two nearby.
And most everything you see has got to be named Parcheesi, oh my.
Parcheesi Plaza, she never saw it. But the dream lives on today. And most every must see. He says that he wants to do it her way.
Such a dream!
But only a dream.
Well, the current Parcheesis can make it come true.
I know it.
Shh. Shh. The Hartongs are home. We must be quiet. If Mrs. Hartung ever knew there were a family of mice living here, she'd have the exterminators before supper.
Papa, the French one. We forgot her. She's still outside.
Oh, we forgot her. Mr. Stilton, we forgot the French one. She's downstairs, cold and hungry, frightened, alone in a strange country.
French one? Alone? But where did you find her? Who is she? Such a story. To tell takes time. We brought her to you for help, Mr. Stilton.
Take me to her quickly, but be quiet. Children, let us apart. Songs later. First things first.
It is so, Art.
I tell you, it is not. Canvas is covered with squiggles and blots. Canvas is covered with mops and soda bottles and empty jam jars. If you want my candid opinion, I think it looks like a grapefruit. How I ever let you rope me into attending that exhibit, I'll never know. It's a hoax.
It's culture. If it hangs in a gallery, I say it's got to be art. A painting is something, my dear, that you see with your heart. It's abstract, yes, but a man could guess what it is to him. A lamb and a grapefruit could remind him of the great unknown.
Bah! If it hangs in a gallery, who says it's got to be art? And what do you mean when you say that it's seen with your heart? A painting is, or it should be, what was the thing the artist drew? And not some wild imagining from one like you. Why, squiggle is a squiggle, and a blot is a blot. But art, my dear, it's very clear on what it's not. If it hangs in a gallery, who says it's got to be?
I say it's got to be art.
Bah!
Instead of sitting at home and sharing cheeses with your silly mouse, you
bother. You read one art book on the Impressionists, and suddenly our ladies' club becomes the patron of the arts, and you become the experts.
We entered your name in the Community Center Art and Talent Show as our entry.
Representing our club, a cultural enrichment, a contribution to our community and arts.
Why, thank you, my dears. That was extremely thoughtful of you. Entering my name in the Community Center Art Show? You did what?
For arts, for the club, for the community.
For me, and don't shout or you wake Edam and that dreadful mouse will come out to see what's happening.
Oh.
And you know if he shows one wisp of a whisker in this room again, I'm buying every cat in town.
Is he here? Would he dare? Oh!
Ladies, it is all right. Edam always naps after his morning luncheon. A true gourmet. You have no right to enter my name in any show, anywhere. I can't paint on a wall, on a ceiling, or a door. Or a canvas. I can't even doodle. And what's more, I don't want to. I have no talent.
Such modesty, so sweet. How shy.
Well, it's high time you had a hobby like other men.
Wood carving, like my Rudy. Ceramics, like my Willis. Macrame, like my Daniel.
Only a madman would share books with a mouse. Why, I can't even get you to go to the opera. Their husbands go.
Rudy loves the opera. Rigoletto is his favorite one. My Willis loves Aida, and I'd agree. La Traviata is for Daniel. It's an opera you would love. When the lights dim and the orchestra plays, don't you just wish you could sit there for days at the opera, at the opera? I can hear the music in my head, you know, Madam Butterfly. How does it go? La 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 la. Ah yes, la 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 and Carmen. Think of them. And don't you love the magic flute? There's one part that is really cute. There are certain people who think the opera is a waste of time. Well, I am certain they are not friends of mine. They may know nothing about opera. They are people who do not. When the lights dim and the orchestra plays, all the world should sit and listen for days at the opera, at the opera, at the opera.
Well, I hate the opera. And I do not share books with Edam. We study together and exchange ideas. It's simply that he broadens my limited background in the classics and philosophy.
And I always thought you was such a steady man.
Though I do have him somewhat when it comes to Greek and Roman theater, rather surprised him there. The theme shows you the extent of his knowledge.
He is dotty. He's mad as a hatter.
Edam said, anyone who can boast about an understanding of the Greeks should listen.
There you go again. Will you stop babbling? You're making a spectacle of yourself. What will my friends think?
I wonder how she can stand the poor dear. What a shame.
I knew from the first that mouse should have been exterminated.
Why, Mrs. Hartung, how ungrateful can you be? Edam saved our lives a number of times. Edam is smart, intelligent, learned, and a gourmet.
That I know.
I can't understand your gross ingratitude to treat our hero in such a shabby manner, to begrudge him a smidge of cheese and a place to live.
I have never heard anything like this. I should hope not. Our husbands are normal. It shows you never know now, do you? A smidge of cheese. Strasbourg pate, you mean? A smidge of cheese? Imported brie? Oils from Italy? French wines? Crepes? Suzettes? A smidge of cheese. That is funny. A gourmet? You mean a gourmand? He's obese.
Think of it, grim though it may be. If it weren't for Edam, we'd be dead, you see. If it weren't for Edam, we'd be rotting in the ground.
Oh, honestly, Artem, don't be so graphic.
Well, if it weren't for Edam, we wouldn't be around. First the fire in the dining room. Do you remember it? You nearly had a fit, the curtains were a mess. But if Edam's that you want, we'd have passed away, and the curtains wouldn't matter, would they? How can you be so ungrateful? You should really be ashamed. What you say is mean and hateful. Edam Stilton should be named Mouse of the Year. There could be some disaster, yes. It could be any day. We could be sleeping, say, and never hear a thing. But if Edam's there to warn us, we'll both be safe, and so it should seem that you should thank him. You know.
Oh, for the last time, stop this nonsense. I must get ready for tonight's magic flute. Yes, we must go. We must get ready. Our husbands will be angry if we make them late.
Edam is self-taught, not only in the appreciation of the arts and fine foods, but in all culture.
Self-taught you shall be as well in the field of art. We, our club, have bought you paints, canvases, and an easel. Go get 'em, girls. Why can't you paint a picture and enter it in the show? Do I ask much of you, except to keep that horrible Edam Stilton out of my sight? Surprise! As chairwoman of the Art and Talent Show, as chairwoman of the Cultural Committee, as chairwoman of the Scholarship Committee, as chairman of the Community Involvement Committee, we need your help. We bought you a book on art and a beret.
All right, you win.
That's more like it.
I'll enter a blank painting with a single red dot, off-center, on course. I'll call the masterpiece, Bug Splash. Modern art, bah. I should learn to dance for the talent show. At least I get the exercise.
Hard-time, stop babbling. children. The young lady will be all right. She's just a little frightened. Come back a little later. Then you can entertain for her.
Sure, Uncle Edam. We'll practice. Then we'll come back later and make a test. Come on, guys.
Such good children. I'm a mother blessed.
Now, Mr. Parcheesi, what goes on here? What is happening? Who is this charming creature? Where did you find her?
So what's to tell you more than I've already told you, Mr. Stilton?
We found her wandering in the streets. We brought her right here to you. Knew you would know what to do. Eh, Mama?
You're a good mouse, Mr. Stilton. I'm a mother blessed. Such a darling girl, Mr. Stilton. So elegant, whisker curls and such a dress. Bargain basement, she's not.
Now, Mama, don't you go feeling jealous. To me, you're the most elegant of all, Papa.
Oh, Miss Yours, can you help me? Here, tell us all about it. Oh, Miss Yours, I come from Paris with my owner. Just this morning we arrived in Edam. Such a horror.
Aha! She tried to smuggle you in.
No, nothing like that. My owner told the inspector, here is my adorable pamplemousse, and she lifted my cage.
And?
There was what you call a riot. The ladies screamed.
They screamed?
Oui, monsieur, they screamed and ran. One lady fell into the water.
American women do not like mice. Such foolishness. Miss Hartung should fall into a river.
Mrs. Hartung?
The lady of this house. If she sees so much of a hair at my whiskers, her shriek shattered glass. Are they the same in France?
Oui, monsieur, much the same, except for a few intelligent people.
Like the master of this house, Mr. Hartung. Go on. What happened at the pier?
They wanted to quarantine me. Never, my madam screamed.
Papa, such a tragedy.
Never, I screamed. My beautiful head cut off. Never, then I fainted.
Papa, flushed at the pier.
I'm fainting.
Cut off your head? A tourist? But why? Why cut off their head to quarantine you?
Monsieur, the knife. Zip and zap. I've seen the pictures of the quarantine.
Head cut off? Oh, mademoiselle, you are confused. You thought they meant guillotine.
Guillotine? Quarantines. And who should lose a head? Such a welcome.
Quarantine means they keep you for a few days to be sure you are healthy, to be sure you don't carry any diseases. They always quarantine animals from other countries.
You are sure?
Such words, Papa, such words. Guillotine, quarantine. To be educated is a good thing, eh, Papa? I am positive. I've made an intensive study of the English language. If I may say so, there are very few words I do not understand.
And for my not understanding one little word, I am desolate in a big city, all alone with nowhere to turn. Oh, Paris, I will never see you again.
And Mama, such a long way, across an ocean yet.
Yes, we.
And with a whole new language, Papa, such a marvel.
I like to take the
children found you? While my madam was arguing with the inspector, I leaped from the cage, slipped onto a luggage cart going by, and away I went.
Weren't you frightened by the noises of our big city, mademoiselle?
No, Paris is more noisy.
What shall we do?
A bowl of chicken soup for the young lady.
Good. Mademoiselle, I am sure Mr. Hartung and I will be able to help you. Mrs. Parcheesi will make you a bowl of chicken soup while I nibble him a note. Then we shall see. Rest assured, you are in good hands. Oh, Hartung, how quaint, the artist at work.
In labor, my dear, in labor.
And the inspiration? What have you done? What have you created? A sunset? A landscape?
A portrait, a surprise.
A surprise portrait. Oh, a portrait of me. I know I have the features, the inner beauty, but I thought you would never notice.
You're late for the opera, dear. You mustn't keep the ladies
We're here.
waiting.
Darlings, I have a surprise for you all. My husband's entry for the club is already being created.
Inspiring. Such talent. Genius at work.
And the loveliest surprise ever. A portrait of you-know-who. Just a token of one husband's affection. His own interpretation of the woman he loves.
A mouse! A mouse!
Mouse! Mouse! A mouse! Oh, Edam, Stilton, that horrid creature, that does it!
How could you? A mouse? A portrait of a mouse as we enter in the art and talent show. What will people think?
But my dears, this is just doodling thoughts on paper. A whimsical notion. It is not serious. Why not even...
That mouse has been here.
Here? Well, whatever makes you think Edam has been anywhere near this room?
Edam has been here. Or is here. And he's given you a note.
Oh, my dear, don't get so excited. Edam wants to help me with my painting.
Painting a mouse?
Painting? How peculiar.
I do? Painting? Deceit, deceit, deceit. I've had enough of his meddling. Your untruths, these wild stories.
But he's working on an article on abstract art.
Abstract art.
I am? An article on abstract art?
Article. Abstract art. Piffle, if that creature comes into this room or near this easel, I'll abstract him with a shoe. I'll exterminate him myself. Right on the easel.
Article? Abstract art? Easel? Oh, I do love art, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
My dears, please do come down off the furniture. Edam is nowhere around. In fact, he is out gathering art supplies. Charcoals, oils, brushes.
A mouse gathering art supplies.
Most odd.
How
How
strange.
peculiar.
But he worked for a time at the Art Students League. He studied and suffered there. I know. He told me. He lived on bread and water.
He should have lived off his own blubber. He's fat enough.
You have no right to criticize poor Edam.
Hartung, if I find that rodent is still here after tonight, I'll hire every exterminator in the city to rid me of him. I will not let him ruin my art show. This is war. Come, ladies. Good night.
She certainly sounds as if she means it this time. Oh, my poor Edam.
What a horrible woman! Sometimes, mademoiselle, I wonder I don't nibble on her toes. Or better yet, hop out and frighten her to climb the bookcase. I have enormous self-restraint. I have been told that, and I agree. Well, I could make that woman faint 20 times or 23. But I won't do it. No, I won't. I am a gentle mouse, you see. Still, what a lovely dream it makes. Mrs. Hartung and me. Mrs. Hartung under the dryer. I turn the dial up higher. It gets so hot she thinks she's got a head that is catching on fire. Mrs. Hartung watching the TV. She never even sees me. I climb on to mess up her hair and run when it's done and I'm free. Can't you see her hanging from a chandelier? All because I stopped to whisper in her ear. Can't you see her running
this terrible painting.
When are you going to ask him? Oh, I must return to my mistress. She will be so filled with the loneliness. But this horrible woman, patati patata, what does that mean? It's a slang for your slang. How you say, yak yakati yak.
Ah, so there you are, my dear Edam Stilton. Let me in on your private joke. And is this charming creature the Mademoiselle Pamplemousse you told me of in your letter? How do you do? Charming. You do realize, of course, Stilton, that if Mrs. Hartung ever finds I'm boarding 8 mice, my goose is cooked. Patati patata. She certainly does, Stilton, but she means well. Now let us see to the needs of Mademoiselle Pamplemousse while Mrs. Hartung is at the opera. She should come home in a fine mood tonight to the opening night of Genet Chauvenet, the French diva. Oh, I do wish I understood faunish, your animal language. Please tell Mademoiselle not to do that. If she keeps that up, even in a French accent, Mrs. Hartung will have a cat in here before you can say breathe. Find out her problem. Meanwhile, fetch a bit of wine and a little cheese. French, of course.
Mademoiselle, what is this about Genet Chauvenet, famous opera diva? Genet Chauvenet is my owner.
You're of the opera? You sing?
No, I travel with Madame Chauvenet. For years she studied, but never could she reach high C. One day, while at her practice, she saw me accidentally. She sang high C from the top of her piano. It was thrilling. Now I am with her all the time. I sit in the prompter's box. When the score calls for the C, I step in front of the prompter and wave my paws. Genet Chauvenet dancing magnifique. I am her, how you say, inspiration.
Papa, she can sing with us.
No, I do not sing. But I do love the life. So glamorous, so wonderful. Or, it was. Here I am in the home of a horrible woman who hates all the mice. And my poor Madame Chauvenet must try to sing without me. Her career is ended.
But always to live in the shadow of another's fame must be rather difficult for one who is so lovely.
Oh, monsieur, it is true. I am always in her shadow. My own talents lie wasted. But, c'est la vie. I do not think on it.
Talents? What talents are they, my dear?
For years I have been studying for the ballet. Every day I work at the bar. I can do steps no human can do. Naturellement. My turnout is unsurpassable. I can do fauteuils on my tail. Not a ballerina in the world can do that.
Fauteuil? Whip turns on your tail? Fabulous! Mademoiselle, your talents belong to the world. Would you dance for us?
Why, certainly.
Quickly! Hang on once! This is our comical! She is furious! I heard all of you!
Oh, you heartless, wicked man! Mice all over my house! And Genet Chauvenet never sang! She canceled all her performances! Mama! Quick! He has the chicken soup!
enough to put his life in jeopardy.
I tell you, I saw him. And this time he was wearing a suede vest. I told you I was missing a pair of gold gloves, and I'd wondered where I'd lost them. Now I know. You took them and had a vest made for that creature.
But you always did say those gloves didn't go with anything. Think to the future. You should be terribly excited. Imagine, Janae Chamonix at our home.
For Mouse.
What difference does the reason make? She is coming. In fact, she should be here any moment.
I can't bear it, except to entertain with mice. It'll ruin me socially.
That's she. Don't hurt, my dear. You get the door, and I'll get Edam and his lovely friend, Mademoiselle. Smile. Edam, you can come out now. For heaven's sake, don't wiggle or twitch. Mrs. Hartung is at the limit of her patience. This is rather difficult, you know. If you've got an itch, scratch it. If you've got a twitch, twitch it. If you've got to wiggle, wiggle now. But be very, very still when you see her, or she'll scream bloody murder if you don't. If you've got to sneeze, sneeze it. If you've got to wheeze, wheeze it. If you've got to cough, well, cough. But be very, very still when you see her, or she'll faint, I assure you, if you don't. Her nerves are frayed. She's in a twit. And all things weighed, she's just a bit. At the end of her tether, and I don't know whether she'll make it or she won't. If you've got to squeak, squeak it. If you've got to peek, peek it. If you've got to squirm, oh, go on too. But be very, very still when you see her, or she'll scream bloody murder and faint. I assure you, oh, please, I implore you, be still. Shh.
Oh, Monsieur Stilton, how can I thank you for bringing me once more together with my dear Madame Chamonix? Oh, how I have missed her. It is the least we can do for one who is so charming. At best, Mrs. Hartung would be considered a patron of the arts. Imagine what praise in musical circles if we could persuade Madame Chamonix to renew her contract with the opera.
Has she arrived? Will she sing? How exciting. Not yet, not yet. But in a few moments it shall be our honor. Yes, yes. To meet Diva Renault throughout.
Lady, please! Oh, Mrs. Hartung, you promised to control your feelings just this once. After all, it is because of this lovely visitor from abroad that Janae Chamonix is coming here at all.
And remember, we must appeal to her to appear at the Community Center Art and Talent Show.
We must do what? You certainly don't think that Janae Chamonix is going to appear at an amateur talent show? How ridiculous!
Why shouldn't she? After all, we did save her. Cat from death on the city streets.
We had what? You didn't even want her in Edam's room overnight.
All that is past. We must look to the future. Yes, the future. The art show. The talent show. The cause. How thankless can she be?
Or you, my dear. Ah, yes, we shall ask her. But first, let us have Edam bring Mademoiselle out with his friends, too.
Friends, two.
Or three?
Oh.
Or four?
Oh.
Or six?
Oh.
Or eight?
Eight. You must be insane. Hartung, how dare you?
What, nine? Nine cute little rascals.
9 mice in my own home? You beast! I feel a shriek coming on.
My dear, please don't. Think of Janae Chamonix. Think of the artistic coup. Think of Janae Chamonix at your art show. And yours, ladies.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Can you manage a few moments of self-control for the cause? Perhaps for the fame?
Oh, yes, indeed. For fame. Bring them in, the cute little mice. How? Well, just this once, for art.
Fine. Edam, you all may enter. Slowly. Ladies, control. Let me introduce Edam Stilton. Our lovely guest from France, Mademoiselle Pamplemousse.
thank you.
The honor is ours, madam, I assure you.
Merci, monsieur, madame.
Let me introduce these charming ladies, friends of Madame Hartung.
How do you do? Charmed, excited, overwhelmed.
And my wife, Mrs. Hartung. And before they leave, Parcheesi's.
How do you do? How cute. Such a moment, children. Take a look. Such a lady. Madame Hartung, it is you who returned me to the opera.
But first, you must meet friend and benefactor of Mademoiselle Pamplemousse, Edam Stilton.
Hartung, a rodent. How cute, eh? I love him already. I want to take him to Paris with me. And now, madame, I will grant you any favor you wish. Any favor? Oui. Any favor you say. All right, then.
Now, my dear,
Could you, madame, could I what? Could you sing for a benefit I'm organizing this week? Such a simple request. Oui, I should sing like an angel at your benefit. She will sing! I must have my will. A charming woman. Auntie Wilfred notes with you, who bring back to the public Virginie Chauvenet. Will now see. Oh, monsieur. I have a request for you, and it will solve a big difficulty for me.
what a splendid idea! My dear, Jeanne Chauvenet agrees to sing on the conditions that Mademoiselle stay here while Jeanne Chauvenet remains in New York, and that we bring Mademoiselle to the stage 1 hour before each performance. Do you agree? For the benefit?
I would be delighted. Such a cute mouse. A darling creature. We are fortunate. I would love to have one of my own. Such a relief. How I dread more panic from my friend's opinion. And she will be so happy here. I will visit her every day.
An honor. Hear that, my dear? May I announce that Jeanne Chauvenet will sing at your benefit.
How exciting! A star attraction at last. Wait till Rudy, Willis, and Daniel hear this. And she will be here every day. We are overwhelmed. Think of it, Jeanne Chauvenet, and Jeanne Chauvenet, how you knew today, how you know Chauvenet is a star of the day, is Jeanne Chauvenet. Oh my God, that we leave, I just can't believe that we're great, Opera Diva will make Chauvenet, and Jeanne Chauvenet, how you know today, how you tell your day, with Jeanne today, with Jeanne Chauvenet, will you tell your name, will you tell your friends? Bon Louis, ma chérie.
Mademoiselle, I am honored. As they say in Paris, ooh la la, vive la France. Ooh la la, me too.
Papa, grown mouse!
We'll go down to the door with you, won't we, ladies?
Oh, Madame Chauvenet, how we love your recording. Would you sign a program for me? Would you come to a luncheon at my home? I would be so honored. Oh, yes, we would. A luncheon, such a splendid idea.
Come, we have work to do. Mademoiselle, you say you love to dance? Well, I have an idea for more talent at the talent show. The first appearance of that ballerina extraordinary, Mademoiselle Pamplemousse, making her first debut in our community. Oh, monsieur, I have not practiced my pliés, my rondezons, or choreograph. Mademoiselle, I'm as familiar with creative arts as I am with the ballet. I will choreograph for you. Oh, monsieur, I am delighted. Such talents. Mademoiselle, your talents belong to the world. Mrs. and Mr. Parcheesi, so do yours. I have a plan. It can't fail. We shall surprise the world and Mrs. Hartung. Madame Chauvenet, the Parcheesi, a ballet. How exciting. I will nibble and note the Hartung at once. A bite of supper first, then we must begin. Mrs. and Mr. Parcheesi, you go ahead with Mademoiselle Pamplemousse. I have a bit of work to do first.
squishes, glops, and gloops. Modern art? Wow! I should learn to sit in the paint, and then on the canvas. Now let me see here. Why, whoever did this? Why, this is good. This is very good indeed. And Edam, I can see by the color of your tail that it was your doing. And I can also see that you signed with my initials. Of course. It wouldn't do to sign with a paw print as you do your notes. Oh, Stilton, you have saved my life. I'm entering this painting in the Community Center Art and Talent Show.
Oh, Hartung, it's beautiful. It's a work of genius. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, my dear, I do say so myself. It's as original as a Picasso.
The colors and the brushstroke. You must have been inspired.
You think that, do you? I do value your opinion, you know.
Oh, Hartung, I'm so pleased with everything. People will flock to hear Madame Chauvenet sing.
Yes, my dear, I'm sure they will. You go on and rest while I clean up the study. Then we'll bring the painting to the community center. We mustn't miss the judging, you know. No. Dancers dressed as mice? You have choreographed the sugar plum fairy for mice? Mademoiselle Pamplemousse will dance? How extraordinary! Do you think it will be successful? A mice ballet. By Jove, a showstopper! If it doesn't panic every woman there. Wait till Mrs. Hartung sees this. Just wait. How smashing. Talking about this talent show for a long time to come.
Our next attraction is the debut of that prima ballerina, Mademoiselle Pamplemousse, direct from Paris, France.